in my comfy trackies because I love comfy trackies. So this is the neon shiny vinyl I plan on using. And so what I need to do is I just need to cut a piece slightly bigger than the card slot parts. So I've got my computer over there and the Cricut machine, and I'm going to just kind of try and float everywhere all at once. I also need to, before I do anything, iron this because it is not glorious at all. So, while the iron heats up, I'm going to grab my laptop to let you all know that I'm actually live. And get onto it. I like my new computer. It has like a turn it off and make it silent button. It's amazing. Alright, content. Live. And get shareable link. And then we're going to go and watch it as well. And we should be good to go. So, iron is still heating up. Lucky me. So this is what I do start to finish, pretty much. First thing I want to do is iron my vinyl from the back. It is important because all the ruffles, I don't want it to cut wrong when I put it in the Cricut machine. And I will cut half the wallet by myself and half the wallet with the Cricut machine. Hi! We're also going to do embroidery. So this is going to take a long time. We're going to be here a while, people. And that is okay. You are in the corner purely so when I'm up to the sewing part, we can kind of twist down so that you can see that. But at the moment, I need to iron this because the wrinkles are just not making me happy. This also, I've had this vinyl for so long, it also has a lot of imperfection. So like that there is a stain. That there is a stain. This piece is about 6 or 7 years old or something. Like I've had it a very, very long time. We're getting onto its last legs of availability of stuff to make, and that's alright too. So I've just heated up my iron, and I'm going to iron it from the back to remove all of the lumps. I could have also used the heat press, but I don't need to deal with that today. No thanks. I'm not using steam. I am just ironing it down, getting rid of some of the lumps just so I can cut a nice piece out. Because again, this has been squished and used a lot. I also need to find where that nice piece is. So there's like a little tear here. So much going on this. Maybe I should try for this end. Whatever's going to work. Sometimes I shoot it with steam if it's being stubborn because I don't have the patience to not do that. And from the back, it does tend to work fairly well. So don't worry about that all that much, honestly. Do what you need to, but just don't stop any one place because you will melt the vinyl through it. So my press is a Vivor. I had lots of people tell me it's going to be crap, and I love it. So everybody has their own personal experiences with stuff. I have had nothing but great ones. See, look, there's another mark on it. Right there. It's not really working out the way I hoped. I should almost cut all the holes out so that I've got enough and I can see better. That's all right. I'll just move down a bit. See if we can work further down. There won't be a lot of videos this week. It is my child's birthday. My husband is away, so I am doing everything myself, which is fine, but I need to make a lot of things. I actually want to make a giant balloon arch, which I feel is going to take me forever, and yet I still really want to do it. So I might even turn that into a video of crazy things we can use from the house. I also got a balloon pump so that I don't totally destroy my crappy lungs. Okay, that's better. So it's relatively flat here now. So this is the section I'm going to cut to make this. Rotary cutter. I mean, it's also still got marks where I just ironed for like the third time. However, We've just got to find the least marked part and cut out a good chunk. I'm going to cut, hopefully, a 10-inch square is the ideal situation. This is so damaged though, like I'm really struggling to find a 10-inch square near the edge. Oh yeah, I won't be celebrating my birthday this year because my husband's not here. He's outfield for like 3 weeks. So he's going to miss all the birthdays. My son's on Monday, his party's on Sunday, and then I'm pretty sure my birthday's on Friday. Maybe I could do a sale, although I don't know on what. You guys have already bought all my patterns because you love me and I love you in return. It's wonderful. Oh, for those of you who aren't on my Facebook group, I have Sociopath legitimate rings available. They are $18, and to America, the postage, well, actually worldwide, the postage is only $5. We're putting it in an envelope. I'm just going to seal it up really well. So if you would like to support me and have a piece of fancy jewelry, jump on. It is made of stainless steel and has a zircon stone. So, I mean, it's not high-end jewelry because, you know, that would cost too much. And I have a lot of sizes. I've put it up in US size, Australian size, because we do weird stuff with our ring sizings. And I've also done the diameter of the ring so that you can work out how big of a ring you actually want. This is really hard to find a clean bit. I don't think I'm going to get another thing out of this. I think this is going to be it. But I mean, I'm trying. It's all very damaged. I've mainly kept it just to do like accent bits. But my friend who dyed my hair, we have a new rule. She dyes my hair and I make her things. I love our little barter system. And she wants the loudest, pinkest wallet I could make her. And I feel like this will fit the bill. So I've managed to cut out a bit that's not dirty, although I am going to iron it again because that's just still a bit much. And move that over there. Grab back my ironing pad. I will need to, I'm eventually going to attach this to a chunk of wood to make it better. But for now, it's working. I'm also going to turn steam on because I don't want to be here all day. It's not advised to steam. I'm telling you that, and then I'm going to do it anyway, right? Do not necessarily copy me. I can't guarantee that your vinyl will survive. But mine did, so it's fine. Know your limits. Alright, now I need a mat. I'm going to use the extra strong grip mat that I got from Temu. I've actually got a lot of mats. This one's really good. It's really sticky. See that? It doesn't even want to let go of its thing. That's how sticky it is. And so that just means I know that it's going to hold this while I not laser it, cut it. However, the ends do still stick up a bit, and I don't like that because I'm paranoid it's going to rip it off. It has happened in the past. So I also like to, if I've got any, put sticky tape around the edge. In a perfect world, you are going to use masking tape because it is firm but less strong. So this is really wide because I bought it for other reasons. And then I'm going to chop it this way. So today my list is all about getting jobs done that I need to, of which I have many. Won't lie to you, there is lots of things I need to get done. That's still too wide. We're going to chop it in half again. Hello. So this is all the stuff I normally do behind the scenes that you guys don't see me do. A lot of prep work to videos. Normally I would have to do all of this before I could even get to the recording phase. I'm paranoid that this is going to come off because it has happened in the past and I don't have a lot of this hot pink. I don't want it to happen again. So even though the mat is quite sticky, quite often the Cricut just doesn't love me enough and it lifts up the edges. So I have literally taped all the edges. I haven't done there, but it'll be fine. I've done the majority. This is a very sticky mat, like sticky. I can even wobble it around before it falls off. Also, for anyone that I convinced to buy these lamps, also really good for my new setup. I'm obsessed. Okay, so where the Cricut's currently sitting, I can't cut there. The space is still not quite big enough, but you know, we do what we can. I did see that the Ghana sewing room has hardware in green. She sent me a photo to show me. It is wonderful. Alright, open up. There we go. Now, I did, before I come out here and start this, pull up the design that we're doing to make my life just a little bit easier. And what I need to do is make sure I'm using the right mat. The wrong size mat's going to give you drama, which we don't need. I didn't plug it in. Do I need to plug it in, or is it going to do it wirelessly for me? It's a bit iffy, this thing. Oh, it did it Bluetooth. Yes. That doesn't always work. Just for anyone interested. Now, to cut this, I use faux leather paper thin with extra pressure. I basically cut everything with extra pressure. It just works for me. Alright, in we go. Load the mat. Happy days. I'm still thinking. And go! Maybe. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so the other thing is I have to cut the main panel. I usually do it by hand, except I don't know where my template is. So unlocking new levels of annoying. But I hate doing all the card slots because lining the lines up perfectly for the holes can get tedious, whereas the machine does it for me. So where possible, I like to use the machine, which is why my dingo pattern come with an SVG file. Because who could be bothered, honestly? Certainly not me. Oh, I have lots of strong grip mats. For anyone interested, the money from all of my rings is going towards buying the infrared laser for my new laser, purely so I can do bag hardware. As soon as I get that, I am going to start offering bag hardware. So support the cause, grab a ring. They are only 18 Australian dollars, which is like 10-ish American. And then it's $5 Australian to post it all worldwide. Because we're putting them in envelopes, because I did a little poll in my Facebook group and you guys all wanted the cheapest option, not the fanciest option. Do you need the subscription to cut your pattern on the Cricut? Absolutely not. My subscription is essentially there so that you don't ever miss a pattern, because I will email you the code. The codes never expire. They will just live there forever. I send like a special email just to the membership people. When I get myself organized better, I'm going to start sending extra sneaky content that normal people won't see, because, you know, you guys support me and I want you to know everything that's going on. It's getting there. In the meantime, I really don't know where I've put, since I did my cleanup, I don't know where I've put all of my templates, which is a problem for sure. I'm going to need them. I am semi-hoping they're in here in this random drawer of stuff, but I do not love my chances. I'm not seeing them. I know I didn't throw them out because I knew I needed them again. The one hanging up over here is the pocket pal, not the purse pal. I don't know. But Da, 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 da. All card slots are ready. If you guys have any kind of cutting machine, I really recommend cutting out, especially purse pals and dingoes and anything with card slots like this. So the wench wallet as well. If you've got a long mat, you can do the wench wallet. Although I don't know if I made an SVG for that. I should check on that. So this first one didn't quite cut all the way through, but did most of it. You just pop your scissors in and it'll cut it. Amazing. This bit I'm going to cut out the other parts. I'm also going to keep this, and I'm hoping that I have already saved the second piece I need. I also use this pattern to use up any scraps that I've got, and I'm going to show you that in a second because it's in a tub down there. That's not wasteful, we're still going to use that, so don't stress. But down here in a tub, all the smaller bits of vinyl, with the exception of this one. This one's, oh, I could just use that as a pattern. Excellent. So in here, what I have done is all smaller bits of leftover vinyl, I have cut these bits out of. So when I want to make a purse pal, I just have to find like a pretty other side, and I've got all of these ones cut out. So these were all my like smallish bits, but not so small you want to get rid of them. That's what I do with them now. And then they go in this tub for when I get to it. So the pattern came as a zip file, and the zip file has all of the things that you need for the dingo. Alright, so now I get to find another fancy bit of this that doesn't have marks, which is most of my problem. Oops. It's most of my problem today. But this is the size we need, and it's symmetrical. So, not there. Ooh, maybe there? Excellent. So I'm just going to lay it on top and then rotary cut around it. Making sure that there are no damaged parts because, you know, again, this is a very damaged piece of vinyl and I just refuse to waste it by throwing it in the bin. I possibly should, not going to lie. The other thing I am not going to do, and this will be controversial to a lot of you, I am not going to cut the angled corners on this piece because I'm going to sew it this side up so I can do the angles and then cut the excess off. Again, you may not agree with me, that's okay, but that's what I'm going to do just to ensure that everything goes the way I've decided it should. Because usually at the end of making this, you have to go and square up those corners anyway. Whereas now, it'll actually be easier. That just shifted. Jerk. Okay, and I'm really hoping, so I'm going to lift this up and just make sure that everything is glorious. I don't necessarily, I just want to make sure there's no marks. Hello. We can all chat here. Do you know, every time I say hello, my brain goes, hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. It was like an old Aussie ad. Every time. Most of the time I don't say it out loud though. I have learnt restraint. Go me. Now again, you could cut this out on your Cricut machine. I'm just not. Because I'm just not. We can chat. I'm all about the chatting. Oh, something from your box or for your box showed up. Which is pretty cool. See? Done. Happy days. Now I just need to cut the other bit. And I've usually got a template for this and I don't know where it is. I even laminated it. That's how much I cared about the template. I laminated it. But I don't know where it is. I do cut the second piece bigger like this so that you can stick them together easier. I'm just going use this one today. It is shiny pink. This is really old vinyl. I got it from Spotlight forever ago. So we have to kind of waste a lot so as not to use the marked parts. We are making a purse pal, which is for my hairdresser. So me and my hairdresser have a barter system. I buy all the stuff to do my hair and then she does it for free. And in exchange, she usually buys the stuff to make a bag and I make it for free. It's a barter system we're both very happy with. But I already had this and she already had some of the toner stuff. So it's all working out. It's a system where everyone's happy and that's probably what matters most. She also wants embroidery on this, so we're going to do that again. We're just going to write some words on it, I think. Or I could do iron-on stuff later. Maybe that's better. So I'm going to cut one out perfectly for this. I'm going to use scissors. These scissors are actually pretty blunt. I either need to get them sharpened or go buy a new pair. They'll cut vinyl okay, this type of vinyl, because it's fairly thin. Other stuff not so much. Okay, so there's the tab. And then what I do, I chop this bit off because it's in my way. We're going to take this like this. We're going to make it a little bit wider and then just kind of hack around it. Like so. It's deliberately bigger. Again, we trim it down. It works. Trust the system that I have created. It'll work for you. Now, she said bold, so I was thinking black stitching with gunmetal grey hardware. In my brain, it looks really amazing. If I had pink hardware, we'd do that. But I don't. We have to make peace. I don't own everything ever. It is an unfortunate truth of my life. Now I'm just trying to pick zipper tape. I was thinking maybe hot pink with rainbow and then put a black zipper on it because that's pretty bold. Or I could do like a candy cane one. Or I've got dragon scales. Or I've got light pink with, maybe the light pink looks better than the dark. I think the light, so that's hot pink, and then that's light, and then that's just a bit more, it looks red against the pink. So I think we'll go light pink with rainbow teeth. Oopsies. Oh, Sandra, I'm wearing my ring. I've got all the rings on. Love rings. All right, we're definitely going to go with the light pink. And we're going to move that. I mean, this is to the point where I should throw it out, but I reckon I could get one more bag of accents out of it. There is so much damage to it though. That's why I've cut like really, really badly. It's that or throw it all out, and I don't want it, that's wasteful. Wait, let's see the ring again. So this is the one that Sandra got custom made for me. It says seems legit. It is epic. And then I've got it on backwards, but whatever. This one says legitimate sociopath, and these ones are on sale on my website, and I'm posting them in letters, so it's super, super cheap, because that's what you guys all voted. Although, I kind of wish someone picked the cool way, because, and let me show you why, if I can find them, I have the coolest ring things ever. If I can find them. This is my box of, like, containers. Right, this is why I was hoping you guys would pick the cool option. Let me take my ring off and put it in there. Let me turn this off. It's got a light in it. So the ring lights up and it's like amazing. Is that not so cool? So when you open it, the light comes on. Oh my God. So anyway, but you guys are one of the cheaper options. So that's what we're doing. So cool though. So I bought a bunch of these because you get to make stuff extra fancy. And it's a really good gift way. See? You get it. Coolest thing I have come up with in a while. I'm also going to start doing bracelets and stuff too. We're just going to do sewing themed everything because it's nice to be in cool stuff. I love jewelry. I don't even necessarily need expensive jewelry. I just like wearing jewelry. This is my new watch band I got. Very cool. It's like a chain thing going on. I love it. Anyway, I don't leave them on. We need to cut the lining now. We're going to take some waterproof canvas. I've ordered myself some more of this, actually. I've got so much black. Black was the main colour left over after I used to sell it and then stopped. We're going to open it out and I'm just going to cut a strip. I always keep one edge straight and then the other edge not straight so that I can do card slots. This is just the best way that I have found. And this lightweight waterproof canvas, Sandra now has, and I love it. Why didn't you use your Cricut? For which part, lovely? I used my Cricut for the fancy bit. This bit was Cricut, and just the rest weren't. But I did use my Cricut for all the card slots because they're a pain in the butt. And normally when I'm not live, I'm not necessarily more organized, but while it's cutting the card slot parts, I will have time to cut the other bit. It only took me so long because I was trying to find like a not marked part of my very dodgy vinyl. That's all. So I have definitely decided I'm going to do iron-on HTV, and my brain is trying to think about if I've got like a metallic something to put her name on with, because that would be cool. She doesn't want her actual name. She wants like words, which I've got written down somewhere. Anyway, always cut off one of the dodgy ends for where the selvage edge is. I swear, even though I'm acting like normal, it's still different when you record. So, there's the card slot bit. Now we just need the inside bit, which again would be so much easier if I knew where I put my templates. Whatever. I will make it work. Because I know what the templates look like, I'm essentially just going to kind of make my own a little bit. Don't judge me, it'll be fine. You just cut a slightly smaller rectangle. Then we put it in the middle. And then draw the triangle that we would normally cut. Like that. Straighten up those edges. And we're good to go. Is it perfect? No. Is it going to work? Abso-freaking-lutely. Right, and then I was going to chop off the edges, but I can do the corners when I'm sitting down. Again, if I had the actual templates, I would do it that way, but I don't, so I'm not going to. Scissors, chop the triangles. Happy days. Right. Zippers. Oh. This one zippers. I'm gonna see if I've got anything cool. Oh, actually, this has got pink on it. I know it's the breast cancer ribbon, but also it's pink, so maybe I want to use that. I'm just looking through all the gloriousness. Oh, I've got this one, which is fabulous. but it's not really her style. I've got a Lord of the Rings zipper pull. I've got Star Wars. I've got flowers. Maybe flowers is more a jam. Flowers or butterflies, people? Flowers or butterflies? Because I just can't pick. While you think about that, have a little moment. I am going to get Prestats. I still have them in the packets I used to sell them in. Good job, me. That's how organised I am. These can go off. I've got everything cut. And now I just need to get my laptop so I can see everyone's comments. I'm just making sure that zipper tape, lining, outside, we're good. We're going to bring the laptop over so I can see and chat to you. Flowers, you reckon? And down we go. How's that? Is that a good angle? Not really. Ugh. Is that better? That looks better. Okay. So I was sewing clothing on this, so I have to change the needle and the thread and just everything. Butterflies, flowers, 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 butterflies, flowers. So far, flowers is winning. I don't use this for clothing very often. I personally don't love it. I'm like, when was the last time I changed my needle? Nah, it's still sharp. It can still stab me. It's pretty much how I figure these things out. Where did I get your overhead light? This one that I'm currently using is from Sandra at the Garner Sewing Room. And those little magnetic ones, the brand is called Hafco. H-A-F-C-O. I got them from a shop local to, there's like a hardware shop that was in Puckapunyal when I lived there, or Seymour. And, no, that's backwards. You always got to put the divot part towards the inside. And I use my bobbins to tighten things because I'm classy like that. My son, he's currently at school. He had a really sore tooth yesterday. He was crying and he wouldn't stop. So they got me to come pick him up. I made sure to brush his teeth. He seems okay now. But I mean, we'll see. Anything could happen between now and then. That looks really thick. That's M20. That is for the other machine. That's the wrong one. Oh, that's right. I've got to use bonded polyester. This is not my favorite in any way, shape, or form. Always get bonded nylon, people. It just is better. The reason I have this, though, is because I was out and it was local. The local has the bonded polyester. I prefer bonded nylon. I find it doesn't fray as much. Everything else is about the same. But the fraying, when you're trying to thread the needle, the worst on this. The worst. Just doesn't like to go through the hole. Fights me constantly. See, look. Since when can I not thread a needle? The light is large. It's like a long bar. I've got mine on an angle like this at the moment, but that's purely for your benefit. When I'm sewing and you're not here, I keep it across and it lights up the whole table. It just, for you guys, if I have it just this way, see how the shadow's in the wrong spot? For you guys to watch. So I put it on the angle, but for just myself, we put it the other way, and I usually like swing it over a bit. See, different positions will give you different shadows. So it just depends on what suits you, I guess. Right, the whole room's out of whack. Double-sided tape. The light is wonderful. If you've never used one, you won't regret it. I've got two. I've got one on each machine. If you have two machines, so long as you sit them right next to each other, you could probably get away with just one, and then swing it back and forth over each machine. But I've got a big thing in the middle, so one each was just easier. My whole point with my setup is I don't want to have to keep like packing and setting everything up every time I use it. The whole point of having a sewing room is it's just ready for the most part. That's just my opinion. I will also be using my card slot templates. These are epic. My Brymax lady sells them. We're going to use the square one for this because they're vertical. This is for the horizontal card slots. You can make them yourself if you want to. It's just the measurements that the pattern tells you, but in a card slot, so you can just slot it up and draw a line. That's all. Epic. I made her get them in green. You can get them in any color you want. If you just message her, she'll make them in your favorite color. Personal preference and all that jazz, but we all know my personal preference is green. On green, on green. Do with that information as you will. So we are going to upside down. Now this is the same way we do dingo card slots and pretty much all card slots ever. The instructions are the same. Pretty much whoever designed the pattern. It's all much of a muchness. Nah, stay on the floor. So I'm going to start here. Look at me, going to tie them off like a big girl. This is so much longer to do it this way, but it does look pretty. And because we're using such a contrasting color, I want it to look good. So we're going to use a sew all, and I'm just going to grab that loop and pull it back, and then we're going to tie it off. It also means I'll be here longer. You guys can hang around and watch longer because this takes longer. Really? Tie it off. One more knot because that wasn't enough apparently. It's going to be a jerk and move. I'm not tossing it over my shoulder. There is actually a bin back there. It normally goes down here, but me ruffling around grabbing stuff earlier has made a mess and now the bin won't fit. The camera's shaking. Okay, it must be touching the sewing machine. I'll move it in a second. I promise. Ugh, missed. All right, let's see. What is it touching? It's touching the, there we go. That hopefully will be better. And then I will just lift you up a bit. How's that? That looks good from here. Hopefully now it won't shake. Pen of any description your heart desires. No, it was probably me. Now, because this is square, you can have it on any angle, and I love that. That's why I designed it that way, just so you all know. There is method to my crazy madness, even if you don't necessarily see it straight up. It does exist. Hopefully now it won't shake. Fold it down. Finger press that. You can use this also to help create that crease. The better the crease, the flatter this will sit. All right, push it against the double-sided tape wherever the line is, and I always take the weight of this and move it because it can be a jerk. All right, so there's the line. So we're going to crease that, and again, creasing it helps it to sit flatter. And then we're going to take the next one of these and stick it down like so. I am then going to pull more of a tail because I can already see that that's going to give me grief. And because we tied it back, see how the stitches look really pretty? Okay, here we go. Tell me if we shake again. I don't have a solution, but here's hoping we don't. How is that? Did we shake? If not, it's my flooring, and I'm not sure if there's anything I can do about that. I did try and get a wall mount for my camera, but it fell off the wall before I even put the phone in it. So Unless I super glue it there. One, two. Begin to shake. Fantastic. Cut off the tails in the bin. Pull this one. Lift the loop out. Love these. Soles are your friend. And it's A-W-L, not A-L-L. But it's pronounced the same. All the alls. See? It just... In the Aussie language, it's pronounced the same. Chop! Another one done. And we just continue this. Card slots are quite therapeutic. If you're having like a day at home and you've like skipped work because you're just mentally drained, this is actually quite fun. It's almost like diamond dots. But I find diamond dots too life consuming for me personally. I don't have some time to sit down and stick things down for 3 hours. Each to their own. I don't dislike diamond dots. I just don't really have the patience for them. That's all. Peel the next off. In the bin. Flip it over. You can cut this piece down to size. Again, I just don't feel like it. It works for me the way I do it. Right, on the crease. Push hard. It will help it sit flatter. Then attach this to that double-sided tape. Again with the tails. So the card slots is the most time-consuming part of this, which is why I usually backstitch, because it cuts a lot of the time out. But it's usually when I've got like a similar or same color, because the black would be very noticeable. And technically this is the more professional way. And my hairdresser did do an amazing job on my hair. So I would like her to feel like I did an amazing job on her wallet. Which just means lots of tying. I'm also not going at full speed today because we're live and, you know, I like chatting. I will most likely be doing a laser engraving video later because I'm going to make a Minecraft themed cake topper for my son's cake. And I need to get as much done as possible. I also went today and bought a bunch of stuff. I bought all the stuff for the piñata because, of course, we're having a piñata. It's me. I have a mild violent streak. Not against people, but just, you know, it's fun to hit things. I've never met a kid that does not enjoy hitting a piñata, so we're doing piñata. I don't know where I'm going to hang it. I have to work on that, actually. Something else I need to figure out. And I really want to do a balloon arch. So after this, while the laser is cutting out the cake topper, I'm going to search how to make the metal frame for a balloon arch. I assume you just need heavy weights at each end, so a decent sized pot will probably do. It's the framey part that I need. But I want the kids to walk into like a wonderland almost, but Minecraft. Am I excessive? Absolutely. If you have not worked that out about me yet, shame on you. Anyway, it looks like, did flower win or butterfly win? Or did we get a perfectly even amount for both? Because that's usually how it goes, let's be honest. Oh, I just bent that a little bit crooked. Try and make sure when you fold it, you do it straight. It is a thing. It does happen. We can't always help it. But I do what I can. Pool noodles. Thank you. I need pool noodles. We have a pool. And I don't have pool noodles. How outrageous. Bunnings. I'm going to Bunnings. Bunnings is for the laser what Spotlight is to the sewing machine. So much fun. I went and bought a crap ton of like green, black and brown balloons because they're like the main Minecraft colors. We got a bubble gun for pass the parcel. We're going to play a game called Samurai, where two kids run around and try and hit all the other kids with a pool noodle. Chop, chop. Alright, next one. Also, after you've done the first measurement, you can actually just measure up the same distance that this is. I'm not saying it out loud because I don't like to give away measurements of any description. But it's the same measurement. After you got the first one, you can also just use an actual card to measure it. Whatever floats your boat. Down, press, press, release. I mean, surely I can manage a pool arch, an archway. And I got a balloon pump, so I don't have to blow them with my very dodgy lungs. My lungs were born dodgy. It is what it is. Oh, I missed my nails. So I broke most of the nails on his hand. Bye! Enjoy your dinner! Okay. 1 and 2 and 3. I'm doing magical 3 knots. Anything more than 3, it sits up too high, in my opinion. One, 2, 3. I also want to see if I can use the laser to laser engrave and cut one of these out of leather. It's on my list of things to get to. I've also been trying to decide what to laser engrave onto my hat. What I really want in a perfect world would be horror-themed dudes surrounded by flowers, but I can't. On Etsy, there's only like one person that does it, and I don't like the flowers that they've done, and I'm not clever enough to be able to fix it. Very unfortunate. Because that would be my ideal situation. Horror-themed dudes. And specifically not all horror dudes. I want Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy, and Scream. Or Captain Spaulding. I would also accept that. That would be cool. And 1, 2, 3. Quite therapeutic these. So see how they're starting to sit up a bit? We just come. See, it already made it flatter. Look at that. Seriously, horror-themed hat is like my wheelhouse. Do, 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 do. The problem is, right, so I had this thought about how I could go and learn graphics, which is all good and well in theory, but I also can't draw, so I'd still have the same problem I have now. So unfortunate. Like the horror character's surrounded by sunflowers, so it's a little bit horror and a little bit country. Perfect. So again, we just squish them. You can also iron it. You can also put this in a cold heat press just to help hold it down. I have done all the things in the past. I'm then going to fold this down like this and cut it so it's just below the edge. And we need to cut off part of that corner like that. Done. This has already got the hole. I love that for me. I dropped all of these, so I should really pick them up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Gunmetal. I just put these back in the bag. Eventually, they will move out of the wall and into my little containers. But I like having everything in the wall. It is very convenient. Now that it's right next to me, I don't even have to stand up half the time. Okay, so I'm going to take some of this and pop it underneath. I am also going to stow this before I go and do all the press stud stuff because I can pretty much do it all at the same time. Oh, Seven Nation Army. Welcome to the party. Right, so because I've only cut one of these fancy, right, you can just kind of whack it on and it's so much easier to line it up. Just a thought. You can ignore me, but I love it this way. I manually crank this because otherwise it just doesn't seem to ever look as neat. It's too tight of a curve. Chop. Scissors. Trim. Just anything little or fussy where you need to double side it. I just find this way the easiest. And then you just follow the original edging. Look at that. So much easier to cut off a large chunk rather than like those little bits. Perfect. Rubbish. Hole punches. Hole punch. Right. Oh, it's dirty. Clean all the bits off. I always put my hands either side so I can kind of center it on the base plate. Hole punch. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. I can just do this. Boop. Wiggle the hole. Should be right. Oh, I just did it up, didn't I? I have more epic thoughts than I can ever actually achieve in my life. It's a sad truth. My brain is more creative than my hands could ever be. Which sucks because I have so many good ideas. Next week, after all the birthday, or next week after my kid's party is done, specifically, actually, that's the wrong end. I've drawn up my next design. The next pattern's going to be a picnic bag. But like a fancy looking one, so you can make it out of vinyl and it's like epic. I've mentally been working it all out. to actually like draw all the pattern pieces, but I've worked out how I'm putting it together, which is the big part. Always the hardest part is to put it together in a way that doesn't have a drop-in lining, because I hate drop-in linings. I could do it so much easier if I would just let myself do a drop-in lining in a pattern, but we're not doing that. Always make sure they click together. Always do this. Do not skip that step. There is nothing worse than you get to the end and then you're like, oh my God, it doesn't close. I did it wrong. Always clip them together. It is a habit I am in, and I'm hoping that I never lose that habit. Because when I first started doing this, I used to use plastic snaps, not for this wallet, but like sewing in general, and it kept not working, and it is the worst. Clips. Where did I put all my magical clips? Not here, apparently. Good job, me. I think they're inside, actually. Doing other things. It's fine. I have backup clips. I have so many clips. Are these the clips I normally use? Absolutely not. But I don't let anything stop me. I am going to do a picnic bag because May is my birthday month. Wait, we're already in May. Oh, whatever. I was going to do it this month. Clearly I didn't. Next month. Whatever. It's fine. Again with the tails. Shove that out of the way. Make sure it's in half. And stitch. So all of my stitching today is being done essentially at like a 4. Also, this is sticking. Now I remember why I hate this stuff so much. Okay, what's going on here? Something weird. There we go. But no, I want to do a picnic bag. It will not be a convertible backpack because everybody seems to be doing them at the moment, so I'm just not gonna. There's enough glorious patterns out there. You don't need one from me just yet. Till I come up with something unique. It's not today's problem. But no, a picnic bag. It is going to specifically fit a certain type of container so that you can fit 4 containers as well as ice packs in the bottom section. And then it's going to have a top section so that you can put other things. It's also going to be the perfect meal prep bag for like gym people. So those that do like comps and stuff. My husband won't want one, but you know, I could make it if he did. But like my mate does a lot of comps. She does like bodybuilding, body sculpturing stuff, and she has to eat specific foods at specific times of every day. So she needs a meal bag. I'm just going to slot that in between those two. Add another clip. So that's that bit done. Oopsies. Hello, Helen. Mine and my husband's birthday are on the same day, so he's outfield for his birthday. Oh my God, go away, song. I'm also going to put this away. The next time, we're going with the pale pink. There to there. Uh-oh. Oh no, already. We're fine, we're fine. I found it. You don't have to do the same zipper tape color as the actual zipper. I also find black goes on anything. Now, did we pick butterfly or flowers? Because I have no idea. No idea. Butterflies. Butterflies. Flowers. Butterflies. Flowers. 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 Oh my God, it's perfectly even. Let's just do the butterfly. Purely because it's got pink on it. on about halfway or less is usually ideal. If I wasn't recording this video, we would totally be top stitching this on, like finishing it off on the other machine. I can already tell this thing's going to be mean to me. Stick it in. That's crooked. It just moved. Right. Nope. Lift it up. Do it again. That is the beauty of double-sided tape. You can fix it when it doesn't want to work. Then you zip it to make sure that it's all good. Hello, lovely. Even if you weren't here, you can always watch the lives not live and then just turn the comment section on so that you can see what I'm talking about. I probably should have ironed this, but too little, too late. So we're going to double-sided tape it down. Like that. I just put double-sided tape so it doesn't move. I hate it when it moves. I don't have the patience for such things. I actually don't know how I still have any nails. I did a whole ute load of gardening, like trimming and rubbish and weed pulling on the weekend. I'm genuinely surprised I still have any nails. One hand's great, the other hand, a nightmare. I do miss my pretty nails. And I broke 2. Well, I did break 2 gardening. That is fair. Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm not sewing fast today. Today's like a quite chill day because I'm thinking and talking and doing this all at the same time. So something has to go slower. My brain's thinking about all the things I have to do and make and stuff. And then I'm also sewing and chatting to you. I'm going to put another piece down here and another piece down here. You should also maybe like spray glue this. That would also work. Oh, I'm not having a chill day. I'm just not speed sewing. There's no such thing as chill days in my life. Chilling is not something my brain has ever been good at. Now, did you notice I only took off half the tape? Because if I do this, I can't position it well without it being naughty every time. So I learned we do half at a time. Remember how I said we're just going to trim it down? I will, after I put the zipper on. Oh, why are you being a jerk? This is also why you should iron your waterproof canvas. It's got a bubble and that's going to annoy me. So now I've got to pick all of this off to get rid of the bubble. Rude. There we go. Half done. Can't move as much now. Hello, hello. All right, so we're not worrying about the fact that it doesn't quite fit because, let's be honest, I guess the size to begin with. We're going to start here. We're going to make sure we've got tails so we can tie it off in front of the zip so we don't knock it. And off we go. Needle down, pivot, over the teeth slowly. How many times have I done it fast and wrecked it? The answer is a lot. Sometimes you've got to go out one more. I'm also going to tie this off now while it's easy-ish to get to. Again, this is just so you don't have to backstitch. You can skip it. You can just not do it. Whatever. You could backstitch and then just trim off the excess. Whoops, missed. Drop. Alright, next. I'm going to get to here and I'm going to stop and I'm going to zip it open. The teeth will still stay where they're told because of the sticky tape. Yay! And into that first hole. Boom. I need to oil that. Hear how it squeaks again? WD-40 is your friend. One and two and three. Now I can see from the back that I didn't miss any of the lining. If you do, not the end of the world, don't freak out. Just do a second stitch, like row of stitches. It looks fancy and then we'll hold everything in place. HTV could be very doable. You would just cut it out like this. You would literally cut two of these and reverse them. I should try that. That actually sounds pretty cool. Alright, so now that I've done that, we need to cut off all this excess because I didn't cut it properly to begin with. Because I didn't know where my stupid template was. If I hadn't have been live, I would have gone and found it or reprinted it or whatever. But you can do it without it, so long as you know what general shape you're aiming for. Which I did, so we're fine. I also want to melt those tails because they look crap. Probably stole my lighter. So we're going to use this bad boy. Hold your finger on the button, give it a second to heat up, and then just kind of smush this. I just smush it onto the stitches. Because I'm classy like that. Done. Fold it in half. Get my not clip clips because my clip, oh wait, I've got my backup clips. Better. These will hold it better, that's all. Now, again, this end, not what we needed, and that's okay. Okay, so I can see there I want to cut off a little bit more of this so it doesn't poke out the seam. Like that. And you fold it over, you don't want to see it, but you still want to make sure you're going to sew over it. So you just, you know, wing it. It's fine. End, clip, push up, fold over, clip, clippity, clip, 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 clop. Yep, a little bit delusional today. Leave me to it, it's fine. I'm going to take my snips and rather than undo it, I'm just going to kind of hack in here a little bit. Just so it's not hanging out. You can also edge coat it. I won't be doing that live because it takes way too long. I'm just hacking at this. It's not neat. It doesn't need to be. Nobody's going to see it. Shouldn't have done that though. That was stupid. Now I've got fluffy bits everywhere. I mean, I can try it out in a video if we all want to. I don't mind. Don't mind at all. If I was making out of this out of leather, I might put a little bit of glue in there to hold it all. Now, we want the zipper up the top. That's the main thing. So that goes here. That one there. And that one there. And then we're just going to add it to the clips. And I always start in the corners. Keeping in mind that I deliberately cut one with a corner and one without, and we'll trim that down later. So you have to do it this side up. I can try it out with HTV. Sure, not today. We're getting a video. I feel like that totally counts. If I had more time like everybody else, I would get more done. I feel like I'm a fairly productive person with the hours in the day that I dedicate to stuff. You can't really ever accuse me of being a lazy human, but there's only so many hours that I can get things done. Okay, leather dye marker sounds like a great idea. So this, I already know, is going to stick and be a jerk because it did it before. So we're just going to sew really slowly so that I can push it through. This is probably the slowest I have ever sewn. But you've got to push it through so it doesn't stick, because it is a horrible vinyl to work with. It just looks really pretty. So I suffer through a lot for things that look pretty. Whoa, don't tell me you did dodgy stuff on the back. Did you guys hear that? Because I did. What's the back? The back's ruined. Jerk. I can tell it did it. I heard it. It's going to have a big old loop at the back. See? Jerk. Absolute jerk. Not what I was hoping for, but was slightly what I expected. Damn it. Most of it, I reckon I can fizzle off, and I'm gonna do it. You guys are gonna watch me do it. I was doing so well. I didn't have dodgy length stitches. Instead, it gave me a big bubble. I swear, sometimes my machine's just against me. It's like, you know you shouldn't be doing this, so I'm not gonna let you. So rude. So here's where we get super fancy. I'm going to hold onto this and just melt that bit off, and then I'm going to very gently guide these down to make it less obvious that there's a big old drama here. Scrape that off before it gets cold. Could I unpick it? Yes. Do I want to? Absolutely not. We're not doing that. I could, but I also run the risk of causing more damage by like not getting the original holes. Better. Best? No, but much, much better. I took away and melted down as much of it as I could. I mean, is it perfect? No, because it's a jerk, but I think I've fixed it pretty well. And then from this side, we take our scissors and we snip the corner and we fix that bottom edge because it's looking a bit worse for wear. And trim. Voila! Fantastic. So that's pretty much done. What I am going to do though is see these little holes. We're just going to, in fact, I'm going to move that, put my finger in the hole, and then just melt out that bit. So that the circles, so see the circles at the end? See how that one's white? It's not meant to be white. So I'm just going to melt it away. There we go, that's better. That's so cute. That's got black. And so then on the back, ooh, maybe I'll put like a Barbie outline and I'll just HTV it on. So to HTV this on, I'll use the heat press and I'll put a piece of fabric over everything so I don't damage the vinyl, and I won't hold it for long. It'll be lots of like low and slow short bursts. So I might do it. So if you've ever seen my video where I do it on clear vinyl, I only make it 120. I'm probably going to do the same with this because it's all shiny and weird like the clear vinyl. But I might do like that and then put the words that she wants there as well. But I think that came out really, really cute. Just, you know. It's pretty though. And pretty was the name of the game. And yeah, no, I'm okay with that. Anyway, so that is start to finish me doing that. That is technically a custom order. The time is now 11:15. So now I'm going to go and eat something because, you know, sustenance is key. Then I'm going to HTV it, find all the designs, HTV it, and then I'm going to switch to the laser. And I might end up recording that for you guys just because it's fun to watch. And because I've, you know, as always, learnt new tricks that I can do. So we'll do that as well. But there you go. I'm off. Thank you all for popping in and chatting with me while I do it. I will aim to get another video done this week, like sewing video. And if it is, it's going to be the Sophisticated Crafts new pattern because it's really cute and I've cut it all out and I've made it into like a baby bag. Well, I haven't made it, but I've cut it in baby bag themed colors. I really do want to get it done. I have other things that need more attention, unfortunately. But that will be the next video. And I'll just see what I can get done. Just not today. Anyway, bye everyone.